Afternoon, y'all. This is going to be a video geared more toward the folks who are still looking at getting an RK24 tractor and a little bit more about it. Now, if you'll notice that I don't have any implement on the front of the tractor other than the loader arms. And what I'm about to show you is how to attach the bucket. Now, if you'll notice on the bucket, down at the bottom, you've got these slots, one on each side, and then right here there's a lip that runs all the way across the width of the bucket. Now over here on the tractor, this is where the bucket or the grapple mounts. If you'll notice right here, you got this edge, and it fits under that lip. That's what picks the whole bucket up. Now down on the bottom where those slots are, you got these handles and these locks. Now when you pull this handle down, there's a large pin right here. You watch it drop down. You see it came through the bottom. Watch when I push it up. See, it goes. It's easier than that, y'all, trust me. It goes back up. Pull the handle down, that pin drops through. Now, the pin fits right in there on one side, and then there's another pin that fits there. That's what locks it in. Now, I'll show you how to attach it. Now for you seasoned operators, don't think that I leave my bucket on the ground all the time. I just set it there for this video. And I also set my grapple over there just for the video. Usually I keep the bucket up on blocks, and I've got some pressure treated 6x6 blocks I keep the grapple up on to keep everything off the ground. So for those of you who have never attached the bucket, let's do it real quick. Just drive up, lower your arms down, tilt the arms forward just a little bit. Now what you want to do, remember that part on the front of the loader arms, you want to get it up under that lip. And once you get it under that lip, just raise the bucket, raise the loader arms up, I'm sorry. And see, it picks the whole bucket up and sort of just tilt it back. Now those pins I told you about, you push these handles down. I don't know if you can see it right in there, but we're going to see if you can. See how that pin goes down in there? That locks the bucket into place. Now you've got your loader on the front of your tractor. Easy enough. And a lot of folks call those skid steer attachment. I think, help me out, y'all. It's cold out here and I can't put my thoughts together. But anyway, that's how you put the bucket on the tractor, and if you want to take the bucket off, you just reverse the process. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drop the bucket, and then we're going to hook the grapple up to the tractor. I'll show you how to do that. Now up here at the grapple, we'll look at a couple of things on here. Just like on that loader bucket, you've got a place right here for those plates on the loader arm to catch. And just like on the bucket, there's a place here and one over there for the pins to drop in to hold it on. Now, one thing about this grapple, you have got to have that third function kit for it to work. And on the RK24, the third function kit is mounted right up here on the front. Now what the third function kit does, back up where you can hear me a little better. What the third function kit does, it gives you the ability to open and close the grapple from your joystick. Now the joystick on the tractor, you folks that run tractors, you know this. This is, like I said, this is for the benefit of folks who are looking at getting a grapple or a tractor. The joystick controls the loader arms on the tractor. Go over there and do that real quick. And I hope you can hear me. I got to have the tractor running to do this. But on the joystick, you push it down, it makes the loader arms come up. And on the RK24, the loader arms go up a little better than, probably around 6 feet, something like that. To make the loader arm go down, you push up on the joystick. See, it lowers the arms down. Let me raise it back up. I got to show you something else. Now I want you to imagine that the loader bucket is on the end of the loader arms, and if you push the loader, the joystick away from you, that would tilt the bucket away from you, and you would empty it. If you pull the joystick back toward you, see, it rolls those plates back up, so you'd be tilting the loader bucket back up. Now with the third function kit, watch this. You remember how I told you how you push out, it would tilt that down? If I'm holding this button down and I tilt that stick away, tilt the stick away from me, see, it doesn't move that. What it does instead, it operates the grapple, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. Okay, now when you get ready to attach the grapple to the tractor, you need to get these hydraulic lines out of the way, because you don't want to pinch them between your tractor and the grapple. You also want to try not to drop them on the ground to get junk in them. So we got those out of the way. And make sure they're out of the way back here on the back too. Now, to attach the grapple to the front of the tractor, same thing we did with the loader bucket. We're just going to drive up to it very slowly. As best you can, get those plates under. And then you just pick it up. How about that? Now we're going to go into hooking it. This part of the video, I turned the tractor off where I can hear myself talk. But anyway, just like on the loader bucket, slide those plates right up under here, grab it, push your handles down, and the grapple is now locked into the loader arms. Okay, now you've got to attach these hoses, and they give you a good bit of hose on here. You've got to attach that to your third function kit. And one of the best things in the world you can do, if you don't have them on your tractor, get them. If you're getting a tractor, make sure you get them, are these caps. And those caps keep dirt and debris off of these hydraulic fittings. Now after that, and whenever you unhook your grapple, tie your hoses back together, and that'll keep dirt and debris from getting in these fittings. And for those of you who had a keen eye a while ago, mine weren't hooked together, but I just took it off for the video, so forgive me on that. Now with these hoses being as long as they are, you've got to get kind of creative as to where you put them, because you don't want them to get pinched in the workings of the grapple. You don't want them to get hung up on limbs or anything. If you've never attached hydraulic lines before, you're going to have a male and a female coupling. The female coupling has this little sliding coupler on it. You pull it back, push it onto the male coupling, and this one's got a little bit of pressure behind it, so let's let the pressure off real quick. And you do that by just working your lever around, and that should relieve the pressure on it. There you go. Slides right on it. On the other hose, find a place to put all the excess, make your connection, and there you go. Easy as that. It's all hooked up now and ready to go. Alright, give me just a second to wipe the hydraulic fluid off my hands, and I'm going to show you how the grapple operates. One thing you can keep on your tractor is a shop rag to wipe your hands off with and get the excess fluid off these couplings, because the fluid is an oil, and when you're running your tractor in a dirty environment, things are going to stick to that oil, and you want to try to keep these connections just as clean as you can. And in this massive toolbox is where I keep my shop rag. I am going to put a bigger toolbox on here where I can add a few things to it. Okay, let's start the tractor and show you how the grapple works. Alright, down is up. Push it away from you. It tilts it away from you. But now here comes the difference. With the third function kit, you remember a while ago you pulled the lever back to you. Wait a minute, that's away from you. That's back toward you, it pulls it back. Now with this button, when you push the little button down on the joystick, push the button down, hold it down, and pull the stick back toward you. Now the bucket doesn't curl back, or the grapple doesn't. Instead, it opens the grapple. And the grapple has a pretty good sized jaw, and I think that's probably around 3 foot. And let me give you a close-up of the grapple if you've never seen one. You've got these large teeth on the bottom, and then you got these spaces between them. And they're built pretty good too. I mean, you got the flat part of your tooth here, and then you got another piece on the bottom to give it a little more stability, makes it more sturdy. Then they're hinged right here and over on that side, and then up here, that's the business end of the grapple. Something you've got to watch out for, if you'll see where all these hoses are right now, they're right behind this open area, and anything you pick up should be, these plates right here should stop it from going in, but you need to really keep an eye on those hoses to make sure you don't run anything through there and take a chance on puncturing the hose. Right now, back on the joystick, press the button down, push it away from you, and instead of tilting the bucket forward, it closes the grapple. See, it closes up pretty tight. And you can get a lot in that grapple. If you've watched the other videos I've made, you've probably seen where I picked up some limbs and deadfall. So this is for the benefit of folks who've never operated a tractor and you're just looking for information on how they work and everything. If you've got a loader bucket, push the joystick away, it will tilt the bucket down. Pull the joystick back to you, it curls the bucket back up. With a grapple, you push that button down on the third function kit, push it down, hold it down, push the stick away, well, pull it toward you, I'm sorry, it opens the grapple up, push the button down, push the joystick away from you, and instead of pushing the bucket over, it closes the grapple. Now when you're using the grapple, like to pick up debris, you can use this handle to either push the grapple over, pull the grapple back, and that comes in handy if you're going to just pull up to something and pick it up, tilt it all the way forward, open up the grapple. Now see, now you're ready just to reach down and pick something up. And it's sort of like your hand. That on the bottom's your thumb, that on the top's your hand. And if you can get in the mindset of your hand picking things up, you'll get the hang of this grapple in no time at all. If you want to reach down and pick up a wad of limbs, you just reach down and do it like that. If you need to scoop up, you know, you want your thumb on the bottom, push forward, grab down, good to go. But that's just the way I do it. Everybody's got their own technique. And the only thing I'm trying to do in this video is just show folks that don't have a grapple, who have never run a grapple, who are looking to buy a tractor, who have never operated a tractor, just to give you a heads up on how some of this stuff works. The grapple is a very, very handy attachment. I've used it to pull bushes up out of the ground. I've used it to pick up, we cut a tree down and sectioned it out, and I just picked up the whole tree in one scoop. Picked up a telephone pole one day with the RK24, and it handled it good. But anyway, that's just a little bit of information on the grapple for the RK24. If you're looking for an RK tractor, you don't have a whole lot of land, or you're not going to be plowing up 80-acre fields or anything like that, the RK24 will be the way to go. We got ours configured with the loader, the bucket, and we got the grapple and the backhoe, which I don't have on there right now. You can even get a belly mower for it. You can get a bush hog for it, box blades, anything that a larger tractor will operate. This little RK24 will do the same thing. But you want to get the tool meant for the tractor. You don't want to go out and get a 7-foot box blade for this tractor. You want to get one that's meant for the tractor. But anyway, that's it. And let's tell the RK24 happy 6 months birthday, because I've had the RK24 now for 6 months, and it hadn't let me down. It has done everything I've asked it to do. Now I will say one thing, when you're running the grapple or the loader, you need to use some weight on the back of this tractor. And what I usually have for weight on the back of the tractor is the backhoe. If you're going to be picking up heavy loads in the front, like with any tractor, you need some counterweight in the back. If you don't get the backhoe, at least get you, it's called a ballast box. It hooks onto the back of your tractor. You can fill it up with weight, and it'll give you some counterweight from the front of your tractor. If you try to haul anything real big on the front of the RK24, and I found this out, you hit a couple of bumps, those back wheels may bounce up and down a little bit, give you a little bit of spin. Other than that, it's been a great tractor. The only thing I do not like about the tractor is that dadgum cheap built hydrostatic fluid suction screen filter, and you probably saw the video on that. I broke that thing right in half. Other than that, it's been a very good tractor, and I'll probably do me a detailed 6-month review in a little bit. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed it. You got anything to add to it, please add to it. I'm always interested to see how everybody else runs their tractors, what they think about them, how they operate them. This is just the way I do mine. For those of you looking for a tractor, I hope this helps you out. Y'all have a good day.